And good afternoon, everyone. Welcome into Stuart Field here on the campus of the Illinois Institute of Technology, where today we have the season opener, the home opener for Illinois Tech women's soccer as they take on North Park University in a non-conference matchup. North Park coming in with a record of 1-0-0. They played Friday night. They defeated Benedictine University by the score of 5-1. Illinois Tech, this is their home opener and season opener coming off a historic season last year where they made it to the Sweet 16 in the NCAA Division III championships. My name is Eric Willowite. I'm the Sports Information Director for Illinois Tech Athletic. I'll be with you on the call for today's call. First, let's get you the starting lineups for North Park. Starting in goal, 5'10", senior from Geneva, Illinois, number 1, Paige McRitchie. A sophomore defender from Janesville, Wisconsin, number 2, Isabella Avia. Junior forward from Nasoya, Norway, number 4, Caroline Sosjet. Junior midfielder from Morton Grove, Illinois, number 5, Maya Appelquist. Senior midfielder from Leer, Norway, number 10, Stein Lee. First-year defender from Nyköping, Sweden, number 11, Tilda Carlson. First-year defender from Cary, Illinois, number 13, Morgan Shaaji. First-year midfielder from Chicago, Illinois, number 16, Ava Balmaceda. Junior midfielder from Lidingö, Sweden, number 19, Hannah Björkegren. Sophomore midfielder from Helviken, Sweden, number 20, Julia Unerhim. And a first-year midfielder from Gothenburg, Sweden, number 23, Sophia Swenson. The Vikings are led by head coach Emma Woodley in her 6th season, assistant coaches Lucy Clark, Corinne Cole, and Amy Balmaceda. And then to give you the starting lineups for Illinois Tech, why don't we just have the Illinois Tech starters tell you who they are themselves.
Kayla Hampton, Duval, Washington.
Lena Yanara, Geneva, Illinois.
Lily Schuth, Las Vegas, Nevada.
Gabriella Baltus, Plymouth, Minnesota.
Grace Yeager, Las Vegas, Nevada. Allie Murray, St. Louis, Missouri.
Hannah Ramos, Tucson, Arizona.
Evan Arlorte, Austin, Texas.
Tuessa Valdivia, Saratoga, California.
Taylor Hernandez, San Clemente, California.
Kayla Smith, Redmond, Washington.
A senior goalkeeper from Geneva, Illinois, number 1, Paige McRitchie. A sophomore defense from Janesville, Wisconsin, number 2, Isabella Avila. A junior forward from Nasoya, Norway, number 4, Caroline Schrodstedt. A junior midfielder from Morton Grove, Illinois, number 5, Maya Appelquist. A senior midfielder from Leer, Norway, number 10, Stina Lee. A first-year defense from Nyköping, Sweden, number 11, Tilda Carlson. A first-year defense from Cary, Illinois, number 13, Morgan Shaaji. A first-year midfielder from Chicago, Illinois, number 16, Ava Malceda. A junior midfielder from Lidingö, Sweden, number 19, Hanna Bujukagren. A sophomore midfielder from Halviken, Sweden, number 20, Julia Unerhim. A first-year midfielder from Gothenburg, Sweden, number 23, Sofia Svensson. The Vikings are led by their head coach, Emma Woodley, in her 6th season, and assistant coaches Lucy Clark, Corinne Cole, and Abby Malmaceda. And now from your very own Illinois Tech, junior goalkeeper from Duval, Washington, number 1, Kayla Hampton. A senior forward from Redmond, Washington, number 4, Kayla Smith. A senior midfielder from St. Charles, Montana, number 5, Allison Murray. A sophomore defense from Geneva, Illinois, number 6, Lena Yonehara. A sophomore midfielder from Tucson, Arizona, number 8, Hannah Ramos. A first-year forward from San Clemente, California, number 11, Taylor Hernandez. A sophomore defense from Las Vegas, Nevada, number 13, Liliana Schuth. A sophomore midfielder from Austin, Texas, number 15, Ava Narvarte. A senior defender from Plymouth, Minnesota, number 16, Gabriela Baltes. A first-year defender from Las Vegas, Nevada, number 18, Grace Yeager. A first-year forward from Saratoga, California, number 25, Svesa Vathulia. And the Scarlet Hawks are led by head coach Roshanne Ellison in her 11th season and assistant coaches Alan Garcia Pina, Julian Soto, Tom Paparunis, Lucy Jajorian, Sarah Thomas, and Jillian Ogischlager. Would all fans now please rise and remove your hats as we honor America for the playing of our national anthem.
Chair, and then if they get a goal, it's Mike and Kate's job to tell you who scored and if there was an assist, and they're supposed to give you the numbers and what team. To make it easy. Or just like I have the roster split in half. All right, pregame is now completed, and we're ready for action here at Stuart Field. Again, Eric Willowhite, Sports Information Director for Illinois Tech Athletics, going to bring you the call. North Park University women's soccer 1-0-0 with a 5-1 victory over Benedictine on Friday night at North Park. Benedictine, obviously one of the conference opponents for Illinois Tech. And for Illinois Tech, this is their home opener. Illinois Tech will be in their home whites with red numerals and trim. They'll be going right to left to start things off here in the first half. North Park in their traveling blues with white trim. And they'll be going left to right to start things off here at Stuart Field. Great afternoon, a little breezy, kind of mid-70s, sunny. It's a beautiful day for opening day for Illinois Tech women's soccer, coming off as we mentioned, a very historic season, going 19-3-3 overall, winning the conference regular season and tournament championship, making the NCAA tournament for the first time. Not only making it, going all the way to the Sweet 16. And there's an early chance for the Hawks. Kayla Smith shot, and a save, a point-blank save made by Paige McRitchie on the shot by Kayla Smith. She'll have herself a corner kick, but right off of the opening kick, Kayla Smith busts loose and gets the shot on net. She's going to feed it into Grace Yeager. Grace Yeager on the near side, chipping it towards the box. That one's bodied out of there. Tip shot, Evan Navarte hit the post. Ball is loose, and it's kicked behind. Two glorious chances for the Hawks. Getting chances early, it'll be another corner kick. Wow. Don't change that dial. The Hawks coming out on fire here as Kayla Smith will have her second corner kick. She just kind of inlet it to Grace Yeager the first time, but this time Yeager's going to the top of the box, so this kick is coming. Kick on the way, headed by Baltes in the air, and they're going to let that one roll over, so that'll be North Park ball. So good early opportunities for the Hawks, just weren't able to square up that last corner by Kayla Smith, but the Hawks with two glorious chances right off the bat, and a good job by Paige McRitchie and the Vikings to prevent that opening goal here in the opening seconds. Here's Taylor Hernandez. She gets in front of a ball. Left foot shot, and right into McRitchie, who holds on and makes the save. So Paige McRitchie already up to at least 3 saves here in the early going. And in goal for the Hawks, Kayla Hampton making her Illinois Tech debut, or regular season debut, I should say. The Scarlet Hawks played 2 preseason matches. Ball inside the Vikings territory. Now here's Tavessa. Across to Kayla Smith and a score! Kayla Smith with an assist from Tavessa Valthulia. And the Hawks go up front 1-0. Assist. So the Hawks and Tavessa Valthulia, get used to her name, just a dart up that right wing and then sending the crossover to Kayla Smith. And that time, Kayla did not miss. An early 1-0 lead for Illinois Tech. 42-19 to go here in the first half. And you can see the Hawks had an exhibition match last Saturday against Roosevelt. And that was a scoreless match. Ended up 0-0. Here's Grace Yeager with a chip in the box. That one's headed back out front. Allie Murray sets it back. And now here's Taylor Hernandez trying to get a left foot on it. Good job defensively, however, by the Vikings to push Hernandez out of the way there. I'm trying to get the license plate on that defender for North Park. I think it was number 10. That was Stina Lee. No, 16. Correction. That was Eva Balmaceda. Here's Kayla Smith. And they're going to say offsides on that one. Paige McRitchie hauled that one in anyways, but the Hawks getting everything they want right now here in the early going. A ball inside Hawk territory, Gabriella Baltes. Gabby Baltes will take that, push it over to Grace Yeager. Now Kayla Smith. These two teams played last season. That was at North Park. In that game, Illinois Tech defeated the Vikings 3-1. That was on September 11th of last year at North Park. Here's Eva Narvarte trying to squeeze that one in to find Tavessa Valthulia. She's going to track it down on the far side. That'll roll out, be Illinois Tech ball with a throw-in. Ball up high. Illinois Tech is 7-3 versus North Park. They've won the last 5 matches. And again, the last match being the 3-1 victory last September 11th. Over at the North Park campus. Ritchie chips it into the center circle. Here's Narvarte trying to battle with it, but she has the ball taken away. And the ball will be played on by Kayla Hampton. Several players making their Scarlet Hawk regular season debuts. Kayla Hampton, the goalkeeper, being one of them. Also Taylor Hernandez, first-year forward. Grace Yeager, first-year defender. And Tavessa Valthulia. Here's Narvarte, right chop. And, oh, what a nice stop there by McRitchie. She kind of had to hunker down there as that one almost got through the wickets, but she was able to prevent that from happening. As I mentioned, Tavessa Valthulia, also a first-year forward, making her Scarlet Hawk debut. There'll be a few more here probably when we get to the substitution level. We'll let you know who those players are who are making their maiden voyage as Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks. There's Kayla Smith along the near sideline. Nice end around there. Chip it ahead to Taylor Hernandez, but getting there first and bodying Hernandez off the ball there was Morgan Shahai. That'll result in another corner kick. Kayla Smith lined up to take that one in the near corner. Kick on the way from Smith. That one lofting to the backside of the box. That's headed out of there by North Park. Getting a piece of that one was Sophia Svensson. But now keeping it in is Lena Yonahara over to Smith. Smith gets around one defender. Goes up high. Finds Allie Murray. Over in the near corner, Lena Yonahara. Along the back line, and McRitchie's going to come out and meet that one before Hernandez could sneak in there and get a piece of it. A good read there by one in fuchsia, I guess. Here's the boot by McRitchie. That'll go to midfield. And touchdown there by Julia Onerhim. And I apologize to the North Park fans on line there. We're going to do our best to effort the pronunciation key, but for our regular season women's soccer opener, North Park definitely giving us a run for the money on the pronunciation. Got several players from Sweden. And, of course, when you're talking about the Vikings, why not? Here's Narvarte. She's going to send that one crossfield to no one in particular, hoping to track it down as Yonahara, but no chance on that one. So that'll be a throw in for the Vikings on the far side. Taking that throw will be Maya Appelquist. Headed up by Baltez, trying to get it over to Kayla Smith, who did a little chip shot over to Hannah Ramos. And now Hernandez spinning around in the circle, drops it back to Ramos. Ramos with the lead, getting Valthulia again. Here's Valthulia with Narvarte to the left. She'll roll it on net. The ball is loose, and then it's kicked out of there by Isabella Avila. So another danger opportunity there. That time, Valthulia just put it on net and made McRitchie play it. She made the save, but offered up a juicy rebound and kicked out of there by Avila. It'll be another corner kick for Kayla Smith. She'll roll that one in over to Ramos, back to Smith. Now she cuts to the inside. Up high to Ramos. And now Murray. Murray settles it down. Chipped out of there by North Park. Going to the far side to keep it inside the zone is Lily Schuth. Schuth gathers it in and finds Ramos. Over to Valthulia. Back to Ramos. Up along the right wing. Oh, nice spin move, but then it goes out. It'll maintain Illinois Tech ball on the throw-in. And it'll be Lena Yonahara to take that throw. 33-40 remaining in the opening half. 1-0 lead for Illinois Tech on a beautiful goal by Kayla Smith and a setup by Tavessa Valthulia, earning her first career point as a Scarlet Hawk. That ball cleared out of there by North Park. Gabby Baltez will play that across to Yeager over on the near side. Grace Yeager to Smith. Back to Yeager. I was trying to squeeze it in there to Narvarte, but it was picked off by Maya Appelquist and sends North Park the other way. But Illinois Tech gets it right back. Into the circle we go. Little give and go between both teams there. No one wants to take ownership at the moment. And now Illinois Tech has it with Yeager. Smith back to Yeager up high. Allie Murray. Schuth will push that one over to Yonahara. Now finds Taylor Hernandez. She cuts to the inside, looking for an outlet. Hernandez with a left foot chip shot, and that one will roll wide, resulting in a goal kick for McRitchie and the Vikings. Hernandez went down a little hard after that shot, but she's back up on her feet. And I know the coaches and players don't care about this, but as a broadcaster, as our statters, and our PA people, we appreciate the solid numbers for both teams. No fancy numbers, no crazy font. Easy to read numbers for both teams. Nice. And like I said, no one cares about that but us. Here's Lily Schuth, pushes that one ahead. Ramos will take it across midfield. Over to Eva Narvarte. Narvarte coming in. Shot, save made by McRitchie, and that time no rebound. That was a beautiful save. That was a hard shot by Narvarte, and McRitchie gobbled that one up, and there was no rebound whatsoever. That was a nice one by McRitchie. She's had several. Allie Murray knocks it down, but it goes over to Svensson. Narvarte will pull it back for the Hawks. And Schuth will get the offense started again as she looks to cross midfield. Plugs it into Ramos. Back to Schuth. Cross field to Yonahara. Now Yonahara again on the far sideline. That one goes out. That'll be a throw in for North Park. Taking the throw will be Morgan Shayahi. And immediately goes out of bounds from North Park. Throw in Illinois Tech. Lena Yonahara. Murray battling at the midfield stripe, spinning around. Who's going to come out with it? And it was Tavessa Valthulia who was able to get that ball loose. Sent it over into the back line of the Hawks, Grace Yeager. Yeager cuts to the inside and then crosses over to Yonahara. Now we're setting Valthulia onto the race, but not. They're going to get the offsides. So it'll be North Park ball with 29:32 remaining here in the opening half. 1-0 lead Illinois Tech. A lot of fireworks in that first 5 minutes. And the Hawks have had a few chances since then. North Park has been on their heels most of the game here. They haven't really been able to put anything onto Kayla Hampton, the transfer goalkeeper for the Hawks. Be North Park ball on the far side. Hawks will be in the midst of a 3-game homestand to start the season. Actually, I think it's a little more than that. Here's Kayla Smith over on the near side, trying to outrun her defender. Nice job there, however, by Isabella Avila. Able to knock that one loose from Smith. It'll result in a throw-in on the far near side. Grace Yeager chips it toward the box right into the hands of Paige McRitchie, the goalkeeper for the Vikings. Now McRitchie getting ready to give it a right field. I think she kind of flubbed that a little bit. Didn't go necessarily where she wanted it to, and the Hawks take possession. Ramos through the center circle, backtracks to Schuth. Upfield to Hernandez. They try to give and go there, but too far out in front, and it's knocked over to the far side. Yonahara trying to keep it inside the zone. She does for the Hawks. Into the circle, Allie Murray. Murray looking to her left, finds Grace Yeager. Yeager back to Murray. Now Gabby Baltez. And they're going to say that one just went out. Throw in North Park. Battle on the near side. They'll bring it over to Avia. Out of Morgan Shahi. Here's Valthulia. Finds Hernandez. Hernandez with a stutter step, chips it ahead. I think her and Valthulia weren't on the same page there. She thought Valthulia was going to continue on, but she had kind of stayed back, and then the pass was out in front. Turnover. North Park ball, and it'll be McRitchie with another boot. That time she got a hold of it, gets it into the center circle. Headed up there by Applequist. Hernandez over to Valthulia on the far side. Valthulia, stutter steps, and then she breaks free. Chip shot towards the net, trying to feed it in there. I think that was Kayla Smith. Kept in by Yeager in the near corner. Nice job by 18 in white. She'll cut to the back line, and then it's knocked over the back line for a corner kick. Kayla Smith will head to the near corner. She's getting a workout there on corner kicks. That one hanging up nicely. Body down by Baltez, and then knocked out of there by North Park. That one hung up there a while. The wind, it's a crosswind blowing from the far side to the near side. So the wind coming our way, the direction of the camera. Liana Schuth. Schuth and Applequist battling along the near sideline. That'll be Illinois Tech ball. Throw in Yonahara. Hernandez comes out from that far corner, leaving it in for Smith. Tip shot, score! Oh, and then Kayla Smith is shaken up. She hit hard there as she's down on the ground. Let's see if she gets up. Training staff's going to go out there. So Kayla Smith is back on her feet.
Goal from number 4, Kayla Smith, assisted by number 11, Taylor Hernandez.
So Kayla Smith with her second goal of the match. Again, she's a little banged up after that. Took a hard fall on the back. She's got a smile on her face, though, but still in some pain there. Just try and stretch it out. So Smith with a pair of goals, and each of the first-year players getting an assist on the goals for Smith. First one was from Valthulia, and the second one from Taylor Hernandez. So the first-year players making an impact right out of the gate for the Scarlet Hawks, and that's why they cracked the starting lineup. Now North Park trailing 2-0 here with 24-24 remaining in the opening half. Again, the Vikings had a nice opening day win at home against Benedictine. 5-1 winners in that match get their season underway. Here's Lily Schuth. The speed of the Hawks and the ball creativity, the ball handling creativity, both led to those goals for Smith. And then obviously Kayla Smith just being an outstanding player in her own right, being at the right place at the right time. And she is still at hip back area. She is still hurting there, putting that hand on that. So have to keep an eye on that. Not sure how much longer she'll go. She might be the first sub out just to give her a breather. Cutting to the inside, Yeager chipping it towards the box, flying over and making the save was Paige McRitchie. So never a bad idea to throw it on net. A little off target, but McRitchie gobbled it up regardless. Now she'll give it a boot. That one will hang up for a little while. It bounces over everyone. Yeager will have to track it down over towards the near corner and grab it over to Baltes. It gets it to Kayla Hampton, who gets reintroduced to the soccer ball after a long omission. Here's Ramos over midfield. That's chipped back by the Vikings, but Yeager's there to pick up the loose change. Yonahara changing directions with it over to Baltes. Baltes will bring it back. Now Schuth. Schuth will push that one ahead. Narvarte going for it. She gets it. Stops on the back line. Feeds it. And that one over to Hernandez. And then a shot sails over from Yonahara over the crossbar. Unselfish play there from the Hawks as they tried to get it over for the next best shot and eventually wound up on Yonahara's foot, who shot it over the crossbar, but another good offensive opportunity for Illinois Tech. Keep an eye on Kayla Smith there. She seems to be moving a little bit better. Throw in for the Hawks on the far side. Valthulio will head that one over towards the back line, and it's going to be knocked out of bounds by North Park. They'll live to fight another day. No substitutions as of yet. And probably when we get near that 18-minute mark, we might see our first subs, or we may not. McRitchie will take the kick. She'll set it down. I think she'll just put this one in play. Swing it over to Avila. Knocked out by Hernandez. Throw in for North Park. And we got a whistle. Now, Smith's still grabbing at that back area, so. Throw in by Avila. North Park with possession. Onerhim swings it over to Applequist. Or actually, that's Shayahi. And now Shostet. Shostet will drop it back. Onerhim at the midfield stripe. Back to Onerhim. Taken away by Allie Murray. Murray will feed it up to Smith. Smith leading it to Hernandez. Ball gets free. They're going to get it off sides there on Hernandez. She was in ahead of the play. Ball bodied down there, knocked down by Shosted. She'll try and split a pair of defenders. Nice job by Allie Murray preventing that one from getting through. And then she'll release it over to Baltes in the back line. Hawks will change sides of the field. Schuth has a little green in front of her and rolls it over to Yonahara on the far side. 2-0 Illinois Tech. We're under 20 minutes to play in the opening half, 19:04 to be specific. Tipped ahead, Narvarte. But McRitchie will get there first as that was too far out in front. And now Narvarte is down. Trainer will come out and take a look at that. Not exactly sure what happened there. She might either be cramping. Looks like she's grabbing at the hamstring. Even though it's a nice day, it's a little bit warm. And she's being helped off the field. That's not good to see. But could be grabbing at the groin. Either way, Eva Narvarte coming off the field. Coming on will be Caitlin Walsh. Walsh, junior forward. Narvarte not able to put much pressure on that at all. She might have just kind of slipped or slowed up and then grabbed at her on her right leg. So she'll be heading to the training table. I would questionable to return. Obviously not for the first half, but and we'll see how things go in the second half, but definitely in some discomfort there. So as we mentioned, Caitlin Walsh will take the spot for Narvarte. And McRitchie will get the ball started for North Park. Yeager back to Baltez. Over to Schuth. Baltez to Yeager. Yeager over the midfield. Yeager surveying the field ahead, just pushes it through. No one in particular, and that'll roll over the back line. Goal kick for North Park. Substitution for Illinois Tech coming in is Joanne Porter likes to go by Joe, and coming off is Taylor Hernandez. So nice first shift for Taylor Hernandez, getting a point on an assist to the feed to Kayla Smith. Porter rolls it to Valthulia. Now over the head of Walsh, but there's Smith again bidding for a hat trick. But she got tied up there with Avila, and then the ball rolled over to McRitchie. Yeah, Smith looking to get 3 goals here in the opening half. She's knocking on the door. Ball headed up by Walsh. Chipped back by North Park. And now Yeager does a nice job intercepting. Walsh cuts free. Caitlin Walsh looking for an opening. She's got Kayla Smith. Kayla Smith in the near corner. Up high is Yeager. That's where the ball's going to go. Yeager cuts to the inside, rolls it into the box, but that one's deflected out of there by North Park. Chipped back in by Yeager. Walsh racing after it on Avila. And Avila will let that one body over. No. And what are they going to say? They're going to get a foul on Smith. She does not agree with the call, but the call was made nonetheless. Coach Roshane Ellison giving some coaching to first-year defender Grace Yeager on that last play. Yeager gets it over to Smith while she was on all fours. Now Valthulia with a chip shot. Porter trying to get in there. And it's going to be knocked out on the near side for an Illinois Tech throw-in. 16:15 to go in the opening half. 2-0 Illinois Tech. Yeager up high to Baltez. Baltez cuts to the inside. Now to Murray. Murray to Walsh. Walsh just put that one on. McRitchie will give it a boot here. Loft to the center circle. Hannah Ramos will track it down and get it to Lily Schuth. Yeager into the middle, just kind of an area play. North Park got there first. Ball was bodied down there by Sostedt. Now Yeager again. Yeager into the box, trying to feed Ramos. Murray will tap it down. Over to Yonahara. Yonahara in a foot race with Valthulia. She'll get there first. Chips it towards the box, deflected out of bounds by North Park. That'll be a far side throw in for Illinois Tech. And Kayla Smith will go to the far side. The wind had been blowing far side to near side, but it's kind of died down at the moment. Well, Smith will have to provide all the power. She's still grabbing at her backside there. Low kick. Chipped in by Valthulia. Ball is loose. And then kicked out of there by North Park. Wow. That was almost like a hockey deflection by Valthulia. Nifty play. Substitution for North Park. Checking in will be Olivia Cokes. And checking out is Sophia Svensson. So Cokes for Svensson. And then coming in for Illinois Tech is Annika Torbenson. Coming in for Grace Yeager. So Torbenson for Yeager. Also into the game for Illinois Tech is Avery Seeley. Looks like Seeley took the place of Kayla Smith. Porter going for the ball. She's beaten to it, knocked out of bounds by North Park. Oh, White Sox might have won a game. We're hearing prolonged fireworks 4 blocks from here against the Yankees. Much to the dismay of Gabby West, big-time Yankee fan on Illinois Tech women's soccer. Hello to the West family. Caitlin Walsh, that one deflected. Torbenson trying to squeeze it over to Avery Seeley. And then knocked out of bounds. So, yeah, Smith did come out, and she's going to be taking a look at there, at least rested up. She did not have much on that last corner kick from the far corner, and that might have prompted the immediate substitution shortly after that by Coach Ellison. Ball knocked down by Porter on the near side. She'll swing it over to the far side. Yonahara up high. She's got Valthulia to her right. Leading it into Ramos. She's going to be able to get there to the back line? No. 11:47 remaining here in the opening half. 2-0 Illinois Tech. Substitution queued up for the Scarlet Hawks. That will be Abby Cooley, the next opportunity, and that next opportunity is now for Hannah Ramos. So Cooley for Ramos. As Coach Ellison getting his starters some rest time here towards the end of the first half. Some of it potentially injury related. Porter spinning around on that far side, drops it up high to Yonahara. Now Schuth. Back to Yonahara. Stolen away by North Park. Then chipped up ahead, but kept in by Schuth. Seeley battling for the ball there. And that's going to be knocked out of bounds by North Park. And they're going to say it was last touched by Illinois Tech and Seeley, so that'll be a North Park throw-in. Right here at the midfield stripe. Back to Balmaceda. Balmaceda over to Shayahi. Yonahara pushes it forward, and then she saw no one in front. She went after it herself, knocked out of bounds by North Park. Illinois Tech throw-in far side. Yonahara will take the duties. Over to Schuth up high. Baltez. And he'll swing it over to Torbenson. Torbenson will have to slow down, pick up the ball. Coach Ellison shouting instructions. Ooh, what are they going to call? Well, they're going to say that's North Park ball. Is that one off of Sealy? Throw in Avila, taken by Torbenson. Now Murray will track it down. Knocked away momentarily, gets it back to Torbenson on the near side. Over to Murray. Murray to Walsh. Cooley. Abby Cooley now. Cross over to Sealy. Into Porter, back to Sealy. Sealy will take it to the back line. And she's knocked off the ball. That'll result in a Hawk corner. And who's going to take corner duties with Walsh out? Looks like it'll be it's going to be Avery Sealy. A substitution for the Hawks. And there is Gabby West getting into the game for Allie Murray. Chip toward the box by Sealy. Ball is loose, kicked out of there by North Park. Yonahara tries to track it down. North Park gets there first, and they'll send it upfield. Spinning around in the zone is Onerham. Gets it into Hawk territory. This is the best chance for North Park as they carry it in. Stutter step there. Now bring it back up high to Onerham. Onerham still with the ball. Over to Shayahi. Hawks looking to regain possession. They do as Cooley gets it over to Shoot. Check that. That's West, Gabby West. And we got a whistle here. Illinois Tech ball. Must have been a foul over on that far side. Gabby West will put the ball in play. West looking for an outlet, kicks it down, goes over the head of Porter, and then knocked back into the Hawks zone, bodied down by Shosted. Yonahara chips it ahead. Now getting it back is North Park and Buchanan. North Park inside the zone, in the box. Good defensive play there by Schuth to force it to the outside. Nice job by Lily Schuth, not allowing the North Park player to advance that ball towards the net. It'll result in a throw-in on that far side as we're down to 6:24. That ball goes wide over on the far side. Yep. And we have substitution. As Tefesa Valthulia will check out. Coming in for the Hawks, number 24 is Caroline Bach. First-year midfielder out of Kansas City, Missouri. Yonahara. So far playing the full first half, Yonahara, Baltez, and Shoot. And Yonahara went up to midfield. When Allie Murray went out, she moved up to the midfield spot, and then Gabby West took over at right back. There's West over on that far side, spinning. He'll leave it up high to Schuth. Schuth inside the zone, feeding it into Cooley. Cooley bodies it down, and back up high over to West. Gabby West, chip shot to the box, trying to find Caitlin Walsh. Headed out of there by North Park. That'll be a throw-in for Torbenson and the Hawks. Here's Walsh. Walsh, good footwork. Well, their stutter step gets it to Yonahara. Yonahara feeding it over to Porter. Porter to Cooley. Cooley will loft it towards the box. Oh, and it goes just wide. Wow, what a stop by McRitchie, and what a shot by Cooley, forcing McRitchie to play that one, and that was not easy. So Abby Cooley getting in the act there. A nice shot as Avery Seeley will take the kick. Again, Kayla Walsh came out around the 10, 11-minute mark. Seeley has been taking the corner kick since. That breeze has returned a little bit, going into the direction. Nice kick by Seeley. Headed down by Porter, but it goes wide. .347, 2-0 Illinois Tech. Illinois Tech women's soccer will be back here on Wednesday night when they host North Central College. 7 p.m. start time right here on the Scarlet Hawks Broadcast Network. Men's soccer will be back at Stuart Field on Tuesday as they will be taking on Hope College. That's also a 7 p.m. start Tuesday, September 2nd. Again, right here on the Scarlet Hawks Broadcast Network. Little feed in there by Walsh, but North Park only blue jerseys there, but they knock it out of bounds, relieve the pressure, so it'll be another opportunity for the Hawks with a throw-in on the near side. Here's Walsh. And getting tangled up there, Walsh will get the foul. She got tangled up there with Julia Onerham. Torbenson will stop it. Over to Yonahara. Yonahara to Schuth. And now over to West on the far side. Good to see 3 and White back on the field for the Scarlet Hawks. She had a tough year last year with injury. But she's back on the field. Seeley, far side, tried to squeeze that one in. I think the intended target might have been Bach, but the ball was intercepted by North Park. They'll roll it up ahead. 16 in White, that's Gabby Baltez, would be the only one in the vicinity to grab that one. Torbenson, over to Porter. Back to Torbenson. Minute 40. Baltez will change direction, find Schuth with Gabby West up high. West gets it back to Schuth, back to West. Oh, actually, no, they're going to get that over to Cooley, but North Park gets there first. Schuth playing it on that far side, rolls it up, finds Cooley. Over to midfield. Over to the far side. That's going to roll out of bounds. It'll be Illinois Tech ball on the throw.
1 minute remaining in the first half. 1 minute.
1 minute to go. Lily Schuth chipping it to Seeley. Seeley gets it back on that far side. Little give and go now over to Porter. Porter tried to get it across, intercepted by North Park. Here's Baltez in the circle. Baltez to Torbenson, 20 seconds remaining. Now over to Walsh. Walsh will cut to the inside, loses her balance a little bit, and they're going to get a foul on North Park, but time will wind down here.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And the Hawks able to get a header towards the net, but a soft one. It rolls into the hands of Paige McRitchie. And that'll do it for the first half. Your first half score, Illinois Tech 2, North Park 0. 2 goals by Kayla Smith. First one on an assist from Tavessa Vathulia. And the second goal by Kayla Smith, assisted by Taylor Hernandez, and that's where we stand 2-0 as we head into halftime. We'll take an audio break here on the Scarlet Hawks Broadcast Network. We'll be back with first half stats as we get closer to the start of the second half. Stay with us. And welcome back to Stuart Field here on the campus of the Illinois Institute of Technology. Halftime score, Illinois Tech women's soccer 2 and North Park University Vikings 0. Let's take a look at the first half stats, or take a listen to them. Shots were 14-0 in favor of the Hawks in that period. 8 corner kicks to 0. 9 saves by Paige McRitchie. We told you she was busy in that first half. 9 saves for the goalkeeper, the senior goalkeeper for North Park. Fouls, 3 fouls for the Hawks, 2 for the Vikings. The scoring, at 2:43, Kayla Smith scored. The assist to Tavessa Vathulia. And then at the 20-minute mark, Kayla Smith got her second of the game with first-year player Taylor Hernandez getting the assist. So both first-year players, Vathulia and Hernandez, getting their first Scarlet Hawk points of what they hope is a very successful career, and they're off to a great start. Illinois Tech up 2-0. Teams will change sides here in the second half. Illinois Tech and their all-whites will be going left to right. North Park and their traveling blues will be going right to left. And again, another beautiful afternoon. We've been so fortunate with the weather early on in the season. There is rain in the forecast, however, for Wednesday night. Women's soccer when they return to the field to take on North Central. So we'll see if that forecast holds. Not a cloud in the sky, though. Waiting for the officials to get set. Doing the check with the goalkeepers. And it looks like we have a change in goal for the Hawks. That's Katia Blotnick, number 0, in net for the Hawks. And it's still Paige McRitchie in net for North Park. So Kayla Hampton had first half duties and did not face a shot. And now it'll be Katia Blotnick between the pipes for Illinois Tech here in the second half. Again, another dominant performance for Illinois Tech to start things off here. They had the better of the play against Roosevelt during their scrimmage game against them last Saturday. It wound up a no score as that shot goes wide. But Illinois Tech had the better of the action in that match. And talking to Coach Ellison, he was pleased with the effort. You know, it's obviously Roosevelt was a much improved team from when they played him before. So it was a combination of that, but the Hawks still owned the play in that game, and they had several opportunities. They just weren't able to cash in. This time, after being stymied within the first minute or two, Paige McRitchie making some fabulous saves. Kayla Smith broke 3 in that 2-minute mark. There's a shot. That one goes wide. Let's go over the Hawks players on the pitch now for the second half. As you recall, Kayla Smith was, after that second goal, she had an injury to the back, and she is not in the lineup for the second half. Annika Torbenson is in. Lena Yonahara. Liliana Schuth. Grace Yeager and Gabby Baltez back on. Allie Murray, Taylor Hernandez. Joe Porter is out there. Vesa Vathulia. Hannah Ramos. And I believe, and we mentioned Katia Blotnick in net, so that is all of the second half starters for Illinois Tech. We'll get North Park here as we go along. Looks to be the initial set they had out there, though, in the first half. Be North Park throw-in on that far side. I want to thank everyone for tuning in here on the Skylarhawks Broadcast Network, whether you're a North Park University Viking supporter, Illinois Tech Skylarhawks supporter, or just a fan of collegiate women's soccer. Thanks for joining us on today's broadcast. Here's Grace Yeager. She'll bring it up along the near side. And a little bit of a change. Yeager was in that left back spot going the other way in the first half, but with Yonahara moving up to midfield, Annika Torbenson has taken over at the right back, or at the left back, I should say. And then Yeager has moved to the right back. Baltes cuts through the circle, gets it over to Yeager on that near side, has Valthulia in front. That's where she goes with it. Race to the corner to the back line, kicking it along that back line, then knocked out of there and on to 31st Street. And further from North Park, that'll be an Illinois Tech corner kick. And it's going to be taken by Torbenson. Torbenson, left foot kick, hangs to the backside. That sails over the head of Baltes. Rolls and goes wide from Yeager. Now McRitchie will put it in play for North Park. Valthulia with the steal. That one gets knocked out. This will be another corner kick for Illinois Tech as Annika Torbenson will head over to the near corner. Kick from Torbenson. That one goes high. Knocked down by Yeager. Knocked out of there by North Park. But Yonahara sneaks in there. Tries to feed it ahead to Ramos. And a collision. Ramos goes down. Now North Park looks to go the other way. Ramos gets a piece of it. Can't see in front of me there now. There we go. Ball is over towards Liliana Schuth. Schuth, cross field to Baltes. Baltes below the circle. Cross field finds Yeager. Yonahara. Over to Porter. To Ramos. Torbenson. Now Hernandez over on that far side. Hernandez cuts to the inside. Chips to the box and a save made by Ritchie. Ball down, but McRitchie picks up the rebound. Allie Murray was waiting on the doorstep there. But McRitchie was able to gather up the loose ball before any further damage could ensue. North Park inside the circle. Stina Lee. Taken by the Hawks and Valthulia. Porter. And we're going to get an offsides on the Hawks. North Park inside their own zone. Morgan Shiahi. Baltez steals. Finds Vathulia. She'll take it to the inside. Ball bodied down by Porter. Crossfield got deflected by North Park. And then we're going to handball on the Vikings. So Illinois Tech will have a free kick. Lena Yonahara will pick up the ball. Now Grace Yeager will come near. Yonahara and Yeager will talk it over in terms of the play here. Yonahara will take the kick. Right foot kick, that one sails high over the back, over the crossbar and hits the backstop. So too strong from 6 and white. That ball kicked over out of bounds. It'll be Illinois Tech throw. North Park looking to get something generated here. Baltez in a foot race there, and she'll roll it over to Blotnick. Blotnick stops it with the foot, changes direction, and goes over to Torbenson. So Baltez to Blotnick to Torbenson, and then the Hawks take possession and look to change direction here. Now Yeager. Grace Yeager over midfield, trying to get it to Vathulia. Deflected out of bounds by North Park. Throw in front of the Hawks bench. Illinois Tech throw. Grace Yeager. Allie Murray will chip it down. Back to Murray. Vathulia. That one just rolled off her foot. She was ready to pounce, but it ricocheted off her foot too strong, and then she gets called for the foul there. Free kick for North Park. Kick on the way from Morgan Shiahi. Murray chips it through. Vathulia. That ball rolls off, and it's going to go over the back line for a North Park goal kick. Paige McRitchie. And we talked about McRitchie had 9 saves in that first half. Allowed 2 goals, but you can't really fault McRitchie on any of those goals. It's just she was under siege there. But she had some miraculous saves, especially in those first 2-3 minutes. Hawks came out flying. Schuth heads it down. Little green in front of her, but then it's going to be picked up by Maya Applequist for North Park. Feeds it over to the near side, and Sophia Svensson. Headed by Yeager, doubleheader. Yonahara will take possession, back to Yeager. Hawks on the near side. Yeager, Murray. Tried to tap it over to Porter. Back to Murray. Murray now trying to feed it over to Ramos. Here's Taylor Hernandez, first-year player. Over to Torbenson. Torbenson rolling it to the box, but McRitchie's there with Porter waiting in the wings. McRitchie was able to pull that one up. 2-0 Illinois Tech. Both goals coming in that first half in the first 20 minutes. 32-36 remaining here in the second half. Schuth knocks it down. That's picked up by Hannah Bjorkegren.
Hey, Grace, come higher, come higher. She has all of that space. Come high. Go inside.
Schuth on the near side. He'll scoot the ball over to Blotnick. Now to Baltez. Baltez, the two-time Northern Athletics Collegiate Conference Defensive Player of the Year, sophomore and junior seasons. She'll look to make it a three-peat, but she'll have plenty of competition in the conference. Here's Yeager breaking free. Yeager chipping, scoring! Grace Yeager with the goal, and the Hawks move up 3-0. So Grace Yeager with the unassisted tally. She saw the green in front of her, and she just kept going. The seas parted for her, and she came in all alone on Paige McRitchie. And again, not much McRitchie can do there. Just a great individual effort by 18 and White. And Paige McRitchie from the back line gets her first career Scarlet Hawk goal. First-year player. Another first-year player hitting the score sheet for the Scarlet Hawks. 3-0 Illinois Tech, 31-26 to go here in the second half. North Park bringing the ball up, Maya Applequist. Still battling with the ball, battling with Allie Murray, and that'll be a foul on Illinois Tech. Applequist will take the free kick for North Park here, right at the center stripe. Scarlet Hawks substitution queuing up here. Avery Seeley be the first substitution for the second half. Chip to the box off the crossbar. What a shot by North Park. Save made by Blotnick. Gets a hand on it and deflects it off the crossbar, and then ricochets out. Boy, that was a grade A chance for North Park. Blotnick able to pull that one in. So it'll be Avery Seeley coming in for Joe Porter, and then coming in for North Park, Linnea White checking in for Caroline Shosted. What a save by Blotnick. Getting a hand on that one, just enough to get it, to raise it and hit the crossbar, and then it deflected forward. No blue jerseys there, and the Hawks cleared it out of harm's way. So Blotnick already with more action than Hampton saw. There's a shot that's going to go wide. That first half, Kayla Hampton did not face a shot because the Hawks just continued to maintain possession, and that was kind of the story of the Hawks the last few seasons. Is they have a very good defensive group and goalkeeping, but what makes it even stronger is the other team doesn't get to see the ball that much. That's kind of been the case in this game. But that was a great chance. I didn't get who shot that for North Park, but it was a blast. And Katia Blotnick just had to do everything she could, leap as high as she could to get a piece of it, just enough to have it deflect up and make contact with the crossbar and then get cleared out of harm's way. Here's Vathulia over to Yeager. Yeager chipping it towards the box. Knocked out of there by North Park, but Schuth coming in to head it, keep it in play. And the ball's bodied down by Applequist. Here's Allie Murray over to Yeager. Now Annika Torbenson into that near corner. Taylor Hernandez. And they got a whistle. Offsides. It's not uncommon for first-year players to take the pitch or take the field, take the court, whatever, It happens, but when that happens, there's a lot of trust that those players have earned that, and Coach Ellison has definitely had his first-year players confirm his trust in them as they've all gotten on the score sheet with Bethulia and Hernandez, nice assist on the two Kayla Smith goals, and then Grace Yeager with a great individual effort getting her first goal. So the trust paying off for Coach Ellison with his first-year starters. And the Scarlet Hawks, make no mistake, very deep team. They lost 8 players. Here's Bethulia along the back line, chipping it across. Hernandez tips it. Oh, and then it's knocked out of there at the last minute, I think. I see. Might have been maybe a ball with Seda. I think that was 16. Hawks get the ball back. Here's Yeager. Knocked out of bounds. That'll be a throw-in for Illinois Tech. Take a tumble there. This will be Illinois Tech ball on the North Park foul. 25-39 remaining here in the second half. 3-0 Illinois Tech. Goals, a pair of goals by Kayla Smith in the first half, and then a second half goal by Grace Yeager. That's where the Hawks are with 3-0 lead. Free kick for Grace Yeager. Right foot kick, angling in front of the box. Foot on it by Baltez. Then Yona Hara tries to chip it in play. North Park in a race for it. Overrunning it was Yeager. And then getting the ball was Svensson. That's going to be a foul on Torbenson. North Park will look to get the ball right into play. Maya Applequist will take the kick. Vikings looking to get something set up, so it will not be Applequist. It'll be Morgan Shiahi. Long feed into the box. It'll roll to Lily Schuth, and she'll just let that one roll over the back line for an Illinois Tech goal kick. And we're going to have another goalkeeping change. So Katia Blotnick's work is done here, and she got a big save. And coming in, first-year goalkeeper Emmy Anderson. So Anderson coming in midway through the second half. Allie Murray also checking out and coming in as Caitlin Walsh. Avery Seeley. Seeley trying to get it towards the box. Now the ball comes back upfield. Yeager in pursuit. Over to Walsh. Walsh sidesteps a defender, but nice defensive play made by Svensson. It'll be a foul in Illinois Tech. Shiaji All right, finally got her name pronounced right. Morgan Shiaji. Taylor Hernandez, far side, stutter step. Cuts to the inside, eludes a defender. Throws it towards the box, trying to reach Vathulia, who stops it, gets free. Chip shot, oh, too high. She had that one sized up, but she just over the crossbar there. Nice individual effort by Tvesa Vathulia, but unable to convert. Nice pass by her first-year teammate Taylor Hernandez as well to find Vathulia in front of the box. That ball goes off of Yeager and out of bounds. It'll be a North Park throw-in. Far side of Villa. She'll knock that one down the line. Chasing after it. Hannah Ramos over to Torbenson. Taylor Hernandez still has possession, and then the ball is over the back line. It's going to be Illinois Tech ball, however. So it'll be a corner kick for Illinois Tech. Checking back in for Illinois Tech here in the second half, Caroline Bach, first-year player, checking out Tvesa Vathulia. And again, she had that great opportunity there. Just too high on it, but she has to be pretty pleased with her first game as a Scarlet Hawk. Ball headed down by Baltez, and getting a hand on it was McRitchie. Now Torbenson. That one rolls too far. So McRitchie will take the kick here. As she's trying to direct her Vikings teammates to where she intends to go. Well, she's still directing traffic. She wants them to move further over to the far side. She's now emphatic. Gets that ball upfield, headed down by Ramos. Avery Seeley will track it down, far corner. Seeley stops, drops it back up high. Cutting inside, shot into the hands of McRitchie off the foot of Taylor Hernandez. McRitchie to center circle. Yonohara will chip it forward. Hernandez tracking it down. Good job using body positioning there by 11 in white to maintain possession of the ball. Now Liliana Schuth through the circle, has Yeager to her right. Now she'll cut to the inside. Yonohara trying to get it over to Bach. Bach plays it. And it's going to be Illinois Tech ball. Last touch by North Park. Good job by Bach to maintain possession for the Hawks. Another substitution. Lena Yonohara checking out and coming in. This is Mackenzie David. Mackenzie David making her Scarlet Hawk debut. Check that, Mackenzie Dowd, not David, Dowd, Mackenzie Dowd, making her Scarlet Hawk regular season debut. The junior transfer. Torbenson gets by one. then loses the handle. It goes out of bounds, and it'll be goal kick for North Park. 18:08 remaining here in the third half. They said there'd be no math in this job. In the second half, 3-0 Illinois Tech. Schuth takes possession, cuts to the inside, chips it over to Caroline Bach. Bach ahead to Seeley. Seeley looking to get free, get that right foot, free curling! And McRitchie is able to knock that one down, Paige McRitchie. Good job by Seeley, though, creating space. Didn't get a whole lot on it, but enough to where McRitchie had to play that one, and it was a bender as well. It's a nice job by Avery Seeley, a better job by Paige McRitchie. Ramos bodies the ball down, gets it over to Seeley, back to Ramos. Has Hernandez to her left. That's where she'll go with it. Taylor Hernandez. Good footwork. Another shot attempt. That time it was blocked. Ball hanging in the air. And then eventually boosted forward by North Park. Lily Schuth will just drop it back over to Emmy Anderson. Anderson, the third goalkeeper for Illinois Tech here. Second one in the second half. Kayla Hampton played the entire first half. Then it was Katia Blotnick who made that amazing save, deflecting it off the crossbar. And then Emmy Anderson came in around the 24 minutes left in the second half. Here's Schuth. Schuth was battling there with Stina Lee. And it's going to be North Park throwing. We might get a fourth goalkeeper in for the Hawks. See the goalie's warming up there. We'll see. Kenzie Dowd pushes it over to Yeager. Back to Schuth. Lily Schuth. There's Gabby Baltez back to Schuth. Finds Yeager on the near side. Yeager to Walsh. Walsh cutting in. Now to Seeley. Oh, but it rolls too far. Avery Seeley was looking for another opportunity there, as her classmate Caitlin Walsh tried to serve her up there. It was too far out in front, and Paige McRitchie was able to scoop that one up. There's Hernandez on the far side. She's able to get that ball back. She'll take it along the midfield stripe, go through the circle, continue to go through the circle, and then she's going to get fouled there. Foul on Hannah Bjorkegren. Free kick coming for Illinois Tech. Lily Schuth. Over to Grace Yeager near side. Baltez to Torbenson. Been the same Hawks back line for most of the second half here, or for all of the second half so far. Torbenson, Baltez, Schuth, and Yeager. Gabby West got in there during the first half. Now here's Taylor Hernandez cutting to the inside. Tries to get a shot off, but that was blocked. Nice job by Isabella Vila getting in front of that one for North Park. Mackenzie Dowd now. Torbenson, back to Baltez. Baltez will change direction, drop it back over to Emmy Anderson. Torbenson. And we have some substitutions queuing up for both teams. Here's Ramos. Ramos getting free along the back line, feeding it up high. No one there at the moment. Walsh. And then it's knocked out of there by North Park. There's an emergency play there. Nice job by Sophia Svensson to clear traffic. That ball is going to deflect out of bounds. Illinois Tech throw in. Substitutions now for Illinois Tech coming in, Abby Cooley and Gabby West. And checking out Hannah Ramos and Taylor Hernandez. So now Torbenson will move up. West will move to the left back. Or not. I'll wait and let this play out here. Oh, a little miscommunication there between Yeager and Bach. Yeager with the throw-in. Body down by Dowd. Knocked out by North Park. Throw in Illinois Tech. 11:58 remaining in the second half. 3-0 Illinois Tech. Here's Avery Seeley. Back to Yeager. Good defensive play there by Julia Owner-Him, and then a foul on Illinois Tech. Walsh intercepts, throws it back into North Park territory. Maya Applewhite will field it, however, and drop it back. Chipped up field, over to Owner-Him. Now Svensson. Sjosted. She has a lane. Baltez trying to keep her to the outside, gets a piece of it, deflects it, and then it rolls into the hands of Emmy Anderson. It's a good job there by Sjosted, but Baltez just keeping the play angled away, keeping her to the outside, and then she was able to deflect that shot and slow it down for Emmy Anderson. Here the Hawks going the other way. Annika Torbenson. Mackenzie Dowd drops it over to Baltez. Baltez now will head towards the circle. Finds Seeley, back to Baltez. 10:23 remaining here in second half. Schuth will chip it up to the far side, Cooley. Now Gabby West. Torbenson surveying the landscape, trying to feed it in to Cooley. Cooley has it. It rolls off, and it's going to be, they're going to say it's Illinois Tech ball. That'll be a corner kick. So who will take the corner? Probably Torbenson. And change in goal. So the Hawks coming in now will be Clara Estiandin, the first-year goalkeeper from Las Vegas, Nevada, getting her first play. Also coming in for the Hawks is number 17, Rachel Fujimori. Checking out for North Park was Eva Balmaceda. I'll try and see who came in for her. I think it was number 11 came in for Balmaceda. That is Tilda Carlson. Maybe. Illinois Tech with possession. West feeding it ahead to Torbenson. Torbenson along the back line. They're going to say that one went. No, it's still in play. Nice spin by Seeley. Just wasn't able to get that one through. Chip to the box and a save made. Off the shot by Cooley. Under 9 minutes to play, 8:56. 3-0 Illinois Tech, kicked by McRitchie. Gabby West will play it forward. Baltez will knock that back over to Estiandon. So Illinois Tech able to get all 4 goalkeepers into the opening match of the season. That's a good way for all the new Scarlet Hawks to get their first game butterflies out of the way, at least for the 2 first-year goalkeepers, Emmy Anderson and Estiandon. Hawks with a good Las Vegas contingent. Estiandon among that, along with Lily Schuth and Grace Yeager. And Estiandon, so 3 players from Las Vegas for Illinois Tech. Seeley tried to keep that one in on that near corner, but wasn't able to navigate the tight wire there, tightrope. It'll be Illinois Tech ball on the throw-in, Grace Yeager. Yeager, who has a goal in the match. Now it'll be a North Park throw-in. Team's playing keep away right now. Substitution for the Scarlet Hawks coming in now. Yasmi Siopsis into the game. All right. All right. So Yasmi Siopsis in the game wearing number 28. Here's Gabby West bringing the mail up. She'll get a shot off bouncer, one hopper over to McRitchie. McRitchie now with the boot, short of center. Baltez will slide it over to Fujimori. Well, Fujimori, Rachel came in for Lily Schuth, so Schuth played that entire first half and most of the second half, so she's able to get a breather. And Rachel Fujimori comes in to take her spot. Free kick coming for North Park with 5:10 remaining in this 3-0 lead for Illinois Tech. Upfield they go, trying to get it on the right wing. And Baltez was able to head that one in the air, headed back by Dowd, but it angles out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in for the Vikings. And coming out for North Park is Hannah Bjorkegren. See who came in for her. North Park looking for an opportunity. West slides it over to the near side. Walsh will track it down. And it angles out of bounds by Svensson. Be Illinois Tech throw-in. Illinois Tech will send it wide to the far side, west, upfield. Overshoots Cooley. And now North Park will push it forward. Brought down by Shosted. Walsh chipping it ahead to Siopsis. Lead pass for Walsh might be too far out in front, and it was. So that'll go out of bounds. It'll be a North Park throw-in. Right idea, just too far out in front from Siopsis, where Walsh couldn't track that one down. Down to 3 minutes remaining here in this season opening match for the Scarlet Hawks. Second game of the season for the Vikings. Vikings will fall to 1-1 if the outcome score doesn't change. Illinois Tech will open the season 1-0. I guess because it's soccer, 1-0-0. Maya Applequist with the long feed and tracking that one down is Clara Estiandin, and she rolls it over to Yeager. Yeager will send it to Dowd. Mackenzie Dowd across field to Gabby West, who takes it over the midfield stripe. Now West. West stops, drops it back. Torbenson back to West. West will chip it to the box, trying to feed Cooley. It slipped past her. North Park kicks it back upfield, where Torbenson will track it down. Gabby Baltez doing her typical Iron Woman, playing the entire match. And she will be the only Scarlet Hawk to do so, I believe. No, Grace Yeager as well. So 18 and 16 have both gone the distance. Coming up on a minute. And we're getting offsides against the Hawks.
1 minute remaining in the match. 1 minute.
There you heard the 1 minute call. As the Hawks look to open the season with a victory here on home turf. And they'll be back here Wednesday night taking on North Central College, another local team. 7 p.m. start on Wednesday. Right here on the Scarlet Hawk Broadcast Network. Men's soccer will be back out at Stuart Field Tuesday as they host Hope College, 7 p.m., also right here on the Scarlet Hawk Broadcast Network. Ball's going to roll, and they'll send it over to Paige McRitchie. He'll boot it back upfield, but it's knocked down. Siopsis feeding it ahead to Walsh. Give and go, trying to get it to Seeley. Cross over to Torbenson. Hawks probably a little too unselfish there. And the clock will wind down, and that'll do it. Your final score here from Stuart Field, Illinois Tech 3 at North Park 0. So the Scarlet Hawks come out on top and open the season with a victory to get the 2025 campaign underway. That'll do it. That'll do it from Stuart Field. Again, our next broadcast on the Scarlet Hawks Broadcast Network, Tuesday night, 7 p.m., Illinois Tech men's soccer hosting Hope College right here in the Scarlet Hawk Broadcast Network. This is Eric Willowite, Sports Information Director for Illinois Tech Athletics, saying so long and see you next time on the Scarlet Hawks Broadcast Network.